Tomorrow, jurors in the Christopher Henderson trial will resume penalty phase deliberations after a 3-day recess for the holiday weekend. Jurors found Henderson guilty of all 15 counts of capital murder for the killings of 5 people at a home in Newmarket back in 2015. WAAY 31's Nicole Zedek spoke with an attorney who told us what we can expect from the penalty phase of this trial.
Aaron, attorney Mark McDaniel says the penalty phase is the most important part of any capital case, more important than the guilty or innocent phase, because now these 12 jurors are tasked with deciding between life or death.
What you're looking at 12 people up there that just, like I say, good, decent people that have never seen anything like this, the pictures they saw last week, and now they're deciding life and death issues.
Behind closed doors, the jury is discussing aggravating circumstances, reasons to vote for the death penalty versus mitigating circumstances, reasons to vote for life without parole.
And it's just up to each of the individuals. It's up to each juror to weigh the aggravating and mitigating circumstances. It's not mathematics. It's not physics. You know, it's just you use your good God-given common sense.
The jurors already found Henderson guilty on all 15 counts of capital murder, and each count is one aggravating circumstance to consider, plus one more.
All capital murder cases are bad, but the prosecution argued that this particular case was especially heinous, atrocious, and cruel as compared to all other capital murder cases. So that's another aggravating circumstance the jury can consider.
With such an important decision ahead of them, McDaniel says a 3-day break came at the perfect time.
Certainly it didn't hurt for them to have a break and get away from this a while and maybe clear their minds a little bit and then come back and start deliberating, because what they're going to do now is the most important thing they've done in the case, and they're recommending life and death.
Unlike in other states where the jury decides the sentencing, this jury is only giving a recommendation to the judge, who can then overrule their recommendation. I'll have more on what we can expect going forward with this trial coming up on WAAY 31 News at 5. Reporting live in Huntsville, Nicole Zedek, WAAY 31 News.
Thanks, Nicole. According to the Alabama Department of Corrections, there are currently 169 inmates on death row statewide. The average age of those inmates is 36 years old. Henderson's first wife, Rhonda Carlson, agreed to testify in his case as part of a plea deal to avoid the death penalty for herself. She's a co-defendant facing more than a dozen capital murder charges herself. She is scheduled to be in court for a hearing in less than 2 weeks.